Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from MouseSteps.com.
And this is episode number 555.
555.
Of MouseSteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. Right now we're celebrating Halloween, but the holidays are coming as well, and those will be not that far off. So head to MEI and Mouse Fan Travel if you're looking for holiday travel, especially right now. You can save up to 20% off rooms at select Disney resorts this holiday season. Head to MEI and Mouse Fan Travel to check out those dates and to see what kind of offer you might be able to get.
And don't forget, Adventures by Disney, Disney Cruise Line. So many options.
It's really, there's so much to do, right? And
I mean, this holiday season, the Disney Destiny will be debuting.
Correct. And I mentioned Halloween. We were just at Disneyland. We've been at Walt Disney World, and now we're getting ready for Disneyland Paris. There's so much still for Halloween.
Lots going on.
Yes.
And speaking of lots going on, we just wrapped up 3 full days of covering the D23 Destination D23 event.
Destination D23 was held from August 29th through 31st over Labor Day weekend. So I did the daytime and you did the nighttime.
And speaking of dates, it was announced early on that August 14th, 15th, 16th of 2026, the D23 Expo will return to Anaheim, California.
So we're just about almost a year away still and looking forward to that. So there is so much, there were not big news was announced, but little bits of news here and there, like Buzz Lightyear is returning to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I look forward to seeing that. And we had a little preview here of Zootopia 2. You did anyway.
Right. We did. We got to see a little bit of that. And really, I'm really looking forward to it. And then Officer Clawhauser was on stage for like the first time.
That was very cool.
I have no idea if he's going to appear in that form at any place.
It was also announced Tron Ares is going to have an overlay on Tron Light Cycle Run.
And that's something to look forward to. And that will be September 15th at the Magic Kingdom and Shanghai Disneyland on the 16th. And also we'll have the sounds of 9-inch nails.
That's coming very, very soon.
And I think that the biggest surprise for me was that there is a documentary on Disneyland called Disneyland Handcrafted from Leslie Iwerks. It's going to come this winter to Disney Plus and Disney YouTube. And there's going to be very rare footage, stuff that maybe we've never seen before. And of course, the one thing is you couldn't have seen all this like 10 years ago, probably, because I don't know that they could have restored it properly to the way they can now. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, just looking at these, preview photos, it looks amazing. So that will be something I am very, very, very much looking forward to. And also, there was another surprise. Another Walt Disney figure is coming to the Carousel of Progress.
An audio-animatronic, just like at Disneyland.
Which we saw, and is amazing in person.
And this is, I think, the first major update to Carousel of Progress in so many years. And he will be in a new introductory scene, and hopefully they'll update the rest of it as well, because there's areas of the attraction that could be tinkered with as well.
Perfect fit. And now we're going to talk about Villains Land.
So they didn't say too much about Villains Land, except really that it's going to be inspired by Art Nouveau. They did research trips, the Imagineers, to Paris and to Barcelona, which actually is very interesting to me because I love Art Nouveau. I talked about that in an article about the Ratatouille, the Metro-style Ratatouille sign at France in Epcot. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this land shapes up.
And we also found out that legendary animator Andreas Deja is a consultant on the project.
And he is responsible for villains like Gaston and Scar and Jafar,
yes.
right? So that is very exciting to see that he's here.
And there's a really interesting clip on Instagram and probably other places where you can check him out talking all about his affinity for the villains.
And that's good because when you have Villains Land and it's all about villains.
Yes.
So here we are looking at different Disney castles. I went to a panel at Destination D23 all about the Disney castles. And this is the Disneyland castle being built. We're going to be seeing here is
Cinderella Castle, Walt Disney World.
And while we're looking at this, I'm going to mention Cinderella Castle is going to be repainted back to pretty much like what it originally used to look like.
Let's not jump ahead. We're going to get to that at the end.
And there is my favorite castle, Sleeping Beauty Castle at Disneyland Paris. We're looking forward to seeing that again in a few weeks.
And how did we not know about this next feature? The snails crawling up. Maybe we did know at some point, but
right.
it wasn't firmly in my mind.
Right. And the same with me. I feel like I've heard about it, but I don't think about it. You know, it's so far up.
And now we're going to talk about castle overlays over the years, including the 25th anniversary castle cake that we both experienced at Walt Disney World.
Which I did not like at the time. It's much more, I feel much more fondly looking back on it. It was not a favorite castle.
I loved it.
We called it the Pepto Castle.
I did, and I have to admit I did, but it was fun. And it was fun. And there was some overlays, not necessarily on castles, that didn't quite make it, including this one for Mickey's 60th birthday over the Carousel of Progress.
I can't even imagine that. Like, I literally, even looking at concept art, I can't imagine that in real life.
And there was one particular overlay of the castle, a very short-lived one. I think it was only a number of hours that this was in display.
I remember hearing about it, and by the time I heard about it, I think it was already gone. It was stitched. It was super quick. And toilet paper, what looked like toilet paper all over the castle. And this was for the opening of Stitch's Great Escape many, many years ago. I think 2004. Mm-hmm. And we are looking at the Cinderella Castle concept art. I think it will look more like the Loire Valley castles in France and such.
Classic,
right, the classic
look.
Is what's coming back. So that was also a nice surprise.
So now we're going to turn our attention to Disneyland Paris. There was kind of an announcement.
Well, we learned that World of Frozen will open in spring 2026.
Well, Disney Adventure World overall is going to occur.
That's what I was about to say. World of Frozen and the renaming of Walt Disney Studios Park to Disney Adventure World plus Adventure Way, of course. We've got the Regal View restaurant. Mm-hmm. There's, quite a bit coming.
A lot, yeah. We're so excited.
I am
as soon as we find out the actual dates, we could start booking.
We're going to book. So very exciting. We figured it was probably going to be around the springtime.
And that was not the only Disneyland Paris news. We had a little bit of news about this Halloween season, which we will be in attendance for.
The Unlucky Nugget Saloon, which will be, I guess, special menus and some decor, no entertainment.
Surprises, though. Surprises.
We'll see what the surprise. I hope it's not just hamburgers, though. I hope it's not like a purple hamburger that looks like Phantom Manor.
We'll find out.
Yes, we will find out in a few weeks.
So also during this weekend, there was a special event for D23 members, D23 Kuzcotopia, which I attended.
Yes, you attended, like I did the daytime events, you did the evening events.
Which worked out very well because I was able to go fresh into this. This was a gift that we were given. It is a iPhone, or whatever kind of phone protector when it was branded with a Kuzcotopia design. And
I will say, watching what you were sending me as well as other coverage, it looked like a fantastic event, like a traditional after-hours event with a little bit more to it.
And of course, what a nice welcome with a Mickey Premium Ice Cream Bar. I should mention I was attending it with my good friend Robert, Mr. Daps. So we spent most of the night hanging out, so that was a pleasure as always. I noticed they had some backdrops here, and I really wanted to try to meet some of the characters, of course, and of making the very, very first appearance ever was Mary Oceaneer, and there she is.
Captain Mary Oceaneer.
Captain, you are correct.
And so you can see she has like a parrot on her shoulder and a book in her hand. And
she's been referenced in many places, including the Disney Cruise Line. So it's kind of nice to see an actual, real, live version of Captain Mary Oceaneer.
From the Society of Explorers and Adventurers.
SEA for short.
So it really looks,
There was quite the line, by the way. It was
really.
You would be surprised.
I would be because it looks like nobody's here.
Well, because there was a huge line behind us, and I was the third one to meet her. And at that point, they moved her in front of this pool. But behind me is this big, long, like super long line. Of course, it was probably all the usual character suspects that we know.
But everybody who wants to meet her. But
it probably was much easier later.
But not everybody was looking for characters. A lot of guests were also enjoying the attraction. attraction.
Honestly, most guests were enjoying the attraction. That was something we noticed. Most guests were enjoying a night, a beautiful, beautiful night at Typhoon Lagoon. It was quite nice. The weather was comfortable. And while other people were enjoying the water, I was here at the stage because you're going to see some characters, very rare characters, including the llama, Kuzco, the llama himself.
And when you started sending me these video clips, I laughed because it looks like you're spying on the characters from the bushes.
Well, yes,
you know?
they're, I was in the front row, and they do have big bushes, but my friend, but Robert said they probably have these bushes so the characters can see the edge of the stage and they don't fall over off the stage. So that is a good reason to leave them there. But it was kind of funny to see that.
And there is Isma. And so she looks great as well. And so you told me that the characters would come out for like 5 to 7 minutes, and then there'd be like a 5-minute break. So it took about
a while, like 40 minutes to see
minutes
all four sets. Yeah, maybe a little bit longer, depending, because this was the first set, so they were a little bit behind.
And we have seen most of the characters at Disneyland Paris, and they have been extremely popular at Disneyland Paris, except for, I don't remember Kuzco as a llama.
No,
there.
we've never seen that. That was the first time I have ever seen Kuzco in a llama form ever in my life in person. I know that he has appeared like that, but no place that we have seen. All the others, though, including the classic Emperor right there, we have seen.
And we have, we have seen him mostly at Disneyland Paris. They have had the Emperor's New Groove characters there quite a bit, and probably at Fan Days. I don't remember who everybody was at Fan Days, but at various events that we've attended.
And it was really nice, though, because the characters did do a lot of stop posing for people that wanted to get selfies. You'll notice right in the center area, there was quite a few character fans with cameras getting selfies and getting really nice pictures of all these rare characters.
And a lot of dancing. I mean, that was they had to come out and do some dancing.
A lot of jumping around and dancing, yes. But it was a lot of, what side of the crowd is louder? Is it the right side? I think for each one, it was, is the right side louder? The left side louder? It wasn't a big drawn-out spectacle or anything.
So here is Kronk, and he is the fourth and the last character of the Emperor's New Groove. And we have also seen him a number of times in Paris.
Voiced by Patrick Warburton, who was in attendance this week, and it would have been funny to see him kind of jump out for this.
I thought it was very interesting. He's a big Disney fan. He said he's a big Disney fan. He even had his Mickey Mouse shirt on.
I saw that. That was really, really cool.
But he's always so fun. I've always enjoyed him on like Rules of Engagement and various movies.
Remember?
Seinfeld, yes. So not just the Emperor's New Groove, but through the end, the Soarin' attraction. Right?
Yeah, of course. Well, how can we miss that? Yes. So anyway, this in person, this was a lot of fun. It really was. The crowd was really into it. There was a lot of guests dressed up in various cosplay type of costumes for Emperor's New Groove, which was surprising because it was kind of it was a typical sweltering kind of evening there in Florida.
And so Kronk is just about to leave, and so what are we? Oh, now we're looking at.
I'm just kind of showing that there is no shortage of people relaxing.
Right.
Not me, by the way, but everyone else seemed to be relaxing. Look at the wave pool. But it wasn't overcrowded. It was a delightful.
But it is a lot busier in the water than I expected. I thought everybody was going to be
very few people
doing characters
because you only had 3 hours.
Right.
Right. And I thought that too. I thought you were going to have the whole crowd waiting for the characters, but. Not the case, and I'm glad because we didn't have that long to wait to meet the classic characters in their beach wear, and here is Mickey in his summertime beach wear.
And I looked these outfits up, and it seems like they have them for, let's say, a Run Disney event or maybe H2O Glow Hours. These aren't outfits that I could really find that much online.
Interesting. So, I mean, they were rare costumes.
I think they're pretty rare, and really, you've got 4 different characters, including Mickey Mouse. You've got who's wearing palm trees on his shirt, and yellow sneakers.
And you only had to wait in one line, and then you would get to meet all 4 characters. I mean, there'd be a small line in between characters, but it was really nice where you were able to just kind of go through and meet them. 2 of them had Photo Pass, and the other 2 had cast members that would take your phone and take your pictures.
And Minnie Mouse is here. She's got a striped outfit, colorful, and I like the hat. the
excellent.
wide brim hat.
Minnie is always the fashionista for sure. And I should mention, photo pass pictures all night were included with the event for free.
I think it was a really nice value added bonus, this whole event for D23. And,
Absolutely. It was. I mean, before we even finish, I'll say it was much even better than I expected.
That's
it
what
was
you told me.
so nice. It was relaxing. It wasn't crazy, and it was just a fun event. It was a good time after a couple long days, or one full day at the expo.
And there is Donald, and I forget what that
At the
type
expo,
of
D23.
Yes, I forget what the type of hat is called, but he looks very relaxed, very tropical, including with like a striped shirt, but also like a Hawaiian style shirt on top.
Yeah, it's a great look. Great look for Donald. And of course, Donald was always fun. He's probably the more fun of all the 4 characters that we got to meet. But they're still Goofy. I love Goofy's shirt, by the way. His sandcastle shirt, very stylish. Looks like a bathing suit. Maybe
Right,
Goofy's ready to go for a dip.
That's what I was going to say. It looks more like or surfing. He's kind of showing his surfing skills there. So really some fun outfits for I'll call them the Fab Four.
And that was it as far as characters that you could meet and greet characters. They also had some more Streetmosphere type characters, sort of like Mary Oceaneer was. Various characters created just for the event.
Well, Mary Oceaneer is already...
She's already established, right?
She was established, but they had characters that were
Captain
not...
Mary Oceaneer.
Yes, Captain Mary Oceaneer. But they also had some Streetmosphere type characters that were not established previously.
So all in all, a great time, and that was our highlights from the
Right,
event.
some highlights, right? I mean, there was
There was a lot more
Yes,
highlights. I mean,
yeah.
we could do a whole nother show
Yes.
with some of the other stuff, including a great night at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and a preview
Beacon
of
Barrel.
Beacon Barrel, which was amazing.
But we're
going
planning
back
to go
tomorrow,
there.
so
Yeah.
we'll be able to talk about it more after we've seen how it is for a regular day of operation.
Right. So thanks to our sponsor, MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. Head to their website, fill out the no obligation quote. We've got still plenty of time for Halloween season.
Not plenty of time, actually.
2 months. Almost
You
2
gotta hurry it
months.
up.
And then the holidays. Like 2 months and then a little over 2 months then for holiday time. Or around 2 months.
And let's not forget all sorts of various cruising to be done this coming year.
Disney
this fall.
Destiny, but there's also the Disney Treasure, which started last year.
Mm-hmm.
Disney Adventure out of Singapore, so much, and then all of the classic ships.
So as you said, be sure to check out MEI Travel, Mouse Fan Travel, and Universal Fan Travel for a no obligation quote and more information.
And they handle all cruise lines, not just Disney.
And you can go to the show notes, and there will be a convenient link to check them out. So, next week we're going to talk about the Oogie Boogie Bash. We attended 2 Oogie Boogie Bashes at the Disneyland Resort, and we had a great time. There's just so much to talk about, so I'll be putting that together, and as soon as I have it ready, we'll record that so that we'll have another show sooner than later.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I always love talking about Oogie Boogie Bash and the Halloween time at the Disneyland Resort.
Oh yeah, I mean the Disneyland Resort did not disappoint. Halloween time there. My favorite Halloween of the 3 resorts that we go to, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and Disneyland Paris, I would say Disneyland Resort is the winner.
And Disneyland Paris used to be my number 1,
right?
But
they need to up their game.
They used to have a show and so much more going on.
We'll
but
see.
We
We'll
still
see what
love
happens.
it. Yeah,
I do love it there for the holidays. It's what is it? It's in the fall. Help me out.
It's so fine.
It's
in
so
the fall.
fine in the fall. That's it. Anyway, thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.